Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special edition episode of the Cinepals.
You could just call it a bonus episode.
I like the special edition.
All right.
Makes it sound fancy. Today we're going to be talking about the 86 Academy Awards ceremony that just happened this past weekend. We're going to talk about the ceremony in general and some of the big awards and what we think about the winners and the losers. But first, a bit of business to take care of, as if you watched our last, or listened to our last episode, the Being John Malkovich episode, we made a little wager. And now there wasn't really anything on the line with this wager in the strictest sense. We didn't really discuss the, what is it called?
The ground rules?
The
stakes?
The stakes, that's the word, yeah.
Right.
We didn't really discuss the stakes, but there was kind of an understanding that something would happen to the loser.
Yep.
I imagine, as Greg was the winner of this wager, I imagine he probably has something in mind. For those that didn't hear, we basically had a wager on what would win Best Picture. We each had two choices to pick from. I picked Her and American Hustle,
and I picked The Wolf of Wall Street or 12 Years a Slave. And as we all know, 12 Years a Slave came home with the big prize, so
right.
I won.
He won.
I won the prize, and my prize is this.
Oh boy.
Alan, until I say stop, you have to talk, because this is a radio show now, you have to talk in a Cockney accent.
Oh God!
And I'm not talking about just Cockney. I'm talking about like fish in your drinks, Governor. I'm talking like
terrible.
That.
Why are you doing this to me?
I want you to do it until I say stop.
You're gonna regret it.
Just first, you don't have to start until I say go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you want to talk about first in regards to the Academy Awards?
Do you want to talk about the ceremony as a whole,
Sure.
Like how it went down, and
sure. Let's start with that. Let's start with the ceremony as a whole and go. Now, I personally really enjoyed Ellen's loose approach to the Academy Awards hosting gig. It was a welcome change from the various celebrities they've had in the past couple years that, while the show had been kind of entertaining, particularly with Hugh Jackman, it was a kind of rigid in its format. But Ellen comes along and she does her little shtick. It's funny watching her make fun of these world-famous celebrities, right? And they're all in the same room. That's really what the Academy Awards is all about when you think about it. Alan, what do you have to say about it?
well, first of all, I want to say that I hate you. I thought the awards were quite entertaining, to be honest. They were more entertaining than I thought the past few years have been. However, it was very predictable. All the awards were very predictable. And it lost some of that muster that you get when there's an upset. Or
let's talk.
Don't interrupt me!
Let's talk a little bit how predictable they were in general, because there's 24 awards in the evening. And
you brought this on yourself!
And you were at my Oscar party this year.
Correct.
And you got 21 out of 24. And now that's like including all of the like awards that nobody knows anything about, like documentary short, animated short, like live action short, costume design, all that sort of thing that people generally don't even think about. And you got 21 out of 24, and I think a lot of that had to do, like, hell, I got 19, right? That's a thing that was a PB for me. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that this award show was basically all sealed up about a month ago.
Yes. Gravity was gonna take home all the technical awards, and the major acting categories were pretty much solidified by the previous award shows. I'm really good at this accent.
Okay, stop. I think we're losing viewers.
Oh God! Thank God.
Okay.
That was the worst. I thought you were gonna do something like, "Oh, next time you're gonna have to do this," but you threw it right at me immediately. You son of a bitch!
Right now.
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Oh man.
As I was saying.
Next time on our next bet, just remember how easy I went on you.
Okay. Well, I worried to think what you could have done.
Remember when
like
I
for
said
audio, you know?
Remember what I said last time, like contact Kyle Collins.
I guess.
Yeah. Like I could have done something like that. So anyway, I have in front of me the awards that I wanted to win. That I filled out 2 ballots this year. One, voting with my head, like a winner.
Yep.
And the other, voting with my heart,
Yes.
like a loser.
Yes.
Which is what losers do.
That's right.
So, I wanted her to win everything it was nominated for.
Yes.
Yeah, I really did. And I wanted Before Midnight to win something. It was only nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. I don't think anybody from that movie even showed up.
Yeah. Because it was written by Linklater, Delpy, and Hawk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I never saw them there.
If you could change your last name to Hawk, would you?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I would
Good.
absolutely change it to Hawk. Greg
Glad
Hawk.
we agree.
Alan Hawk. It's just great.
Any, bird of prey would be great as a last name.
Well, not for you. Alan Falcon?
That'd be great.
That's not great.
I love it.
Kind of rhymes.
Alan Edward Falcon.
That's better. Yeah, there you go. That's good. You'd have to go by that all the time.
That's right.
Or A.E. Falcon. Oh, that's your author name.
It's totally my author name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to see her win as well. I mean, that was, what I'd said on our last things. I voted one that I thought might win and one that I want to win.
Yeah.
I thought American Hustle was going to win, but to be honest, when we made the wager, it was before I actually did any real research, which is why I got 21 out of 24. Once I actually did my research, I could pretty much predict the awards. But
I honestly think 12 Years a Slave just slipped your mind.
I think so too. I think I was thinking of Gravity and all these ones that were building momentum in the past because they came out later. Because 12 Years a Slave came out.
Gravity didn't.
Fairly
Gravity
early,
came out I think earliest out of all of these.
Oh,
ones.
did it?
Yeah.
It was definitely building momentum though. I heard more about it.
Oh, it was building more momentum.
Award season than
More and more. Yeah. Captain Phillips got completely shut out.
As did American Hustle. American Hustle didn't
So
win
did Wolf
anything.
of Wall Street.
Yeah, pretty much if you weren't Gravity, 12 Years a Slave, Dallas Buyers Club, you were pretty much out of luck.
Yeah.
There's a couple, like Her God.
But if you were The Great
original screenplay,
Gatsby, you were in luck.
Yeah, you get
And
production design and costumes.
Especially if you were banging Baz Luhrmann. You were in luck. His wife won 2 Oscars that night.
Oh, I was gonna say who's banging Baz Luhrmann?
His wife.
Well, I mean that makes sense, but I thought maybe there was more people.
No,
Okay.
just his wife.
Well, you don't know, but
because he's a good man. I want to assume.
All right.
Because I like.
People assume Baz Luhrmann is,
I just think he's an Australian guy. He's an Australian gentleman.
Well,
means he's a criminal too. But what did you think about Ellen?
Ellen was fine. I had no issue with her. I definitely there was pros and cons to the way she did the show. I really liked that it felt a lot more relaxed because she was just kind of chumming around and hiding in the audience and orders pizza for everyone, all these kind of weird little bits that she would do on her show, and that made it kind of fun. There was kind of an air of levity amongst the proceedings because of that. But at the same time, some of them went on a bit too long.
Yeah.
And it was kind of all right, well, that was fun, but let's move on. Let's keep the train rolling here.
I think I told you this. It felt like to me that she didn't write a single thing.
Yeah.
And she just came out and kind
Which
of.
on one hand is kind of commendable, but on the other hand is well,
this is the Oscars.
Yeah, we need to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The big thing with the Oscars every year is they always try new things, try to put new things in to make the the show more entertaining. But what they don't understand is that nobody wants to watch it for those things. They just want to see who wins. And even I would rather watch, all the best cinematography, best costume design. I'd rather watch those awards even over those montages. And
Oh,
those other
God,
things,
yeah.
It's not just the big six that people care about. Those are the most important ones. But
the most emotional speeches are usually in the lesser-known ones, like the documentary shorts, not production design or costume design, because everybody who wins those has already won 6 Academy Awards.
Yeah.
But like original song,
short animated
film, best foreign film, those are usually really heartwarming.
Because it's people who aren't big Hollywood movie stars. They're little independent, people making their movies, and they get to go on stage in front of all these people, and and really just be rewarded for their work, which normally wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting, my ass was getting really, really sore by the end of it. It was a long show.
It's true.
It was a really long show.
But it's long every year, and every year they have the show, and then there's all the reviews that come out after to talk about it went on long, and why did it go on long? What's the solution? And I remember a couple of years ago they were like, we got to cut down on the speech times. And it's like, no, that's what you need to let happen, because that's what people care about. And it's the most uncomfortable thing to see someone get played off stage. Mm-hmm. And why do you need to have a montage of animated heroes? Who cares? Why do you need a montage
were The Incredibles, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, why don't we just play the trailer for The Incredibles and be done with it?
And let's have Jim Carrey introduce it. Okay, sure, why not?
He was funny.
I mean, yeah, but it's so pointless. Yeah. And then the Wizard of Oz thing, because it was the 75th anniversary.
She nailed the song, but
sure.
Why? Who gives a shit?
Yeah. If it's not Judy Garland singing, then
ooh, they should have done the hologram thing like Tupac.
Terrifying.
That would have been awesome.
Has science gone too far?
Yes. Yes, it has.
But yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand why they can't look at the awards ceremony and be like, okay, here's what we need to do. Monologue. Award. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Done. Go home, everybody. Go party. Everybody who's watching at home, talk about the results. Do your Oscar pool stuff. We don't need to see stupid montages. I did like, however, that they brought back, because I can't remember if they did it last year, but I know for a while they weren't playing the Best Original Song.
They weren't. That was something I was going to talk to you about, right now.
Great.
They haven't been playing the Best Original Song. I don't think they did it last year. Last time
year was 2 songs nominated or something.
Yeah, it was weird.
I can't remember, but yeah, there was very few Best Original Songs.
The last time I really remember it was in 2008 when Slumdog Millionaire won Best Original Song.
Oh yes, yep.
I think they did it after that once, but yeah, it was really nice seeing them come back because there was a really nice array of songs.
There was a good variety.
Ordinary Love by U2 was actually the worst
performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they did it acoustically.
They did it acoustically and it was god awful.
Yeah. Let the Moon Song be done acoustically. You don't need to make U2. U2, you're not an acoustic band.
No, you're not.
There's a reason, because Bono can't cool his jets and just sing normally.
Bono can't cool his jets, and the Edge doesn't know how to play his guitar unless it's an electrical guitar.
Yeah.
And he has 50 different sounds attached to it. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer in there for any U2 fans out there. I actually do think the Edge is a very talented guitarist, but in a very specific way. All right.
Glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. Happy, I thought was pretty annoying. I don't like Pharrell or
It's Farrell, yeah.
Farrell? Okay.
Farrell, Will.
Yeah, okay. And I didn't think that was a very great song, but I liked how he was trying to add a little bit of a spark to it.
See, the funny thing for me is when I watched it, that was the first time I heard it, and I was just like, oh, this is a weird song. Don't really care. But when I listened to it after that, the recording or whatever, I actually really like the song. I think it's a really fun song.
Oh, that's good.
But maybe just the performance was weak for me. But
it's called Happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clap your hands if you feel
Yeah, I got
like
it. Thank you.
doop-a-doop-a-doo.
And did you notice how Let It Go was positioned at like the very end of the show, so that little kids would stay up and watch it.
I don't know if that's
did
the
you think
reason.
about it?
I don't know if that's
Did you
the
think
reason.
about
Do
it?
little kids really stay up and watch the Oscars? Like,
When they hear that the lady who sings "Let It Go" from their favorite musical is going to be
I don't know.
singing
Like,
it.
think of
Absolutely.
yourself. Like, when I was a kid and Aladdin was my favorite Disney
We're not
movie.
the only people who love movies.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying me as a kid.
Okay,
Me as a kid.
as old as you, people as old as you have children who are like 5.
Sure.
And people who are like you have children who are like 5, and you love movies, right?
Yeah.
So you'd take your kids to see movies, right?
Yeah.
Now, you'd probably take them to go see shit like The Nut Job.
Nope.
Because they'll be like, Dad, take me to go see it.
I'd be like, no, watch better movies, children.
Yeah. And you'll be like, no,
they'll
this
learn.
is a better movie. Let's go see Frozen for the 8th time because at least you won't have to see The Nut Job. Okay? And so you see them and their eyes light up when they see Idina Menzel in Frozen sing Let It Go. And
But
then
what I'm
like,
saying is
the Oscars are coming
they don't
up.
care.
Daddy
They don't
talks
care about
these
the
all
actor.
time.
They care about the character.
They
care about
about
Elsa.
the song.
They care about Elsa.
They care
so
about the
they're not going to be like,
song.
oh, Idina Menzel is singing. Like, let me just
Adele
finish this thought.
Dazeem.
Yes, Adele Dazeem. When I was a kid and Aladdin was my favorite musical or Disney movie, whatever. If I found out, I don't even know who the fucking singer of Aladdin is, but if I found out the singer of Aladdin was going to perform at the Oscars, I wouldn't even give a shit. What? John Stamos?
Uncle Joey.
No, what? Joey, no. Dave Coulier? What's wrong with you? The speaking voice of Aladdin is Scott Wiener. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Wiener, good. But he didn't do the singing voice. But anyway, because back then they did, they didn't have the voice actors sing as opposed to in Frozen where they did. But
yeah.
But if I found out the actor was singing at an award show, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, I don't care. I'll go watch Aladdin in my room.
Because the song is playing. And you
no.
get to stay up late.
No.
All right.
Disagree.
Fine. It's not even important.
It is very important, damn it.
We're not even talking about it.
Okay, anybody who's listening who has kids, drop us a line. Let us know.
Stop it.
If your kids stayed up to watch Idina Menzel or Adele Dazeem, either one.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Which we can talk about briefly, even though it's been talked to death.
Let's not.
It's really funny.
Let's move it.
It was really funny. He issued a statement.
Did he?
Apologizing, yeah.
Oh, good.
He's basically, well, not necessarily apologizing, but more, he's like, yeah, I was tearing myself up about it. I felt really bad because Idina Menzel is amazing, and I thought, what would she do? And I thought, you know what she would do? She would let it go. So that's what I did. I let it go, and it was kind of like,
oh, you Scientologist.
Yep. Terrible hairpiece. Apparently he has dyslexia as well, and that was the reason.
Why would you put him on stage then?
Agreed. And if you have dyslexia, you should not just trust the teleprompter.
Yeah.
You should practice beforehand. Anyway, let's move on. What else are we talking about? Actor. Let's talk about the acting categories.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's fun.
In my in my voting from the heart, I actually voted correctly for supporting actress.
Yep, that's fair.
And my voting from the brain, I voted incorrectly.
What did you vote for the brain?
I thought Jennifer Lawrence was going to win.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because she'd been cleaning up.
Yeah, that's fair.
She'd been cleaning up, and everything was really pointing to her. But I'm glad Lupita Nyong'o.
Nyong'o, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay, I'm glad she won. She had a really great speech. She
was awesome.
She did an incredibly good job. Like, it was insane. I can't even insane. So I'm glad she won. And I wanted Michael Fassbender to win because I love Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, I think for me the two actress categories I agreed with more or less. Like that, I would have voted with my heart for those two as well, Lupita and Cate Blanchett. But the the actor categories I disagreed with.
I completely disagreed with them.
Yeah, I definitely would have preferred Fassbender for supporting, and I really wanted Chiwetel Ejiofor to take Best Actor.
Yeah, I wanted to see 12 Years a Slave take the big ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because they didn't have a major actress in a lead role in 12 Years a Slave.
No, yeah.
But so they got their supporting actress.
the other
But I
three
think they should have gotten the other two.
Yep.
Absolutely should have gotten the other two.
Yep, I agree.
And the fact that they didn't, I think that's just the Academy being incredibly, like,
Well, with McConaughey, it's because they love a transformation.
Yeah, they love a transformation, but Chiwetel Ejiofor, that's a performance of a lifetime.
Agreed.
Right? Matthew McConaughey, here's what I think is going to happen now. They gave him an Oscar, now he's going to go back to making shit.
It's entirely possible.
I'm not even joking.
He's doing True Detective right now, which is very good.
Yeah, but it's an anthology series, so he's
he won't
done
be
as
for
soon
the
as
next
the
season.
season
That's right.
is over. So, like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I think the fact that it was a transformative role for him, like in the sense that he's never really done, really serious work like this before, and the fact that it was about AIDS really pushed it in his favor because the Academy loves stories about AIDS. As Philadelphia. That is nowhere near Tom Hanks' best performance, but guess what he won for?
Yeah. That and Forrest Gump.
Well, we don't talk about that one.
Here's the fun thing, though. His two best performances have come after those movies.
What would you say are his
Saving
best
Private
ones?
Ryan and Castaway.
Okay, yep.
Easily better, because in Saving Private Ryan, he uses everything that Tom Hanks is great at. And he's like the everyman in war. It's wonderful.
Yep.
In Castaway, that's a transformative performance.
It is, yeah.
And it's also, who else could carry that movie? That movie's garbage without Tom Hanks.
See Matthew McConaughey pull that shit off.
Like, oh man, I really wish they could have just nominated him, right?
Yeah.
And then like kept him like, this is the way you string on an actor, right? Because he's so obviously chasing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
For the past 2 years, he's been chasing that. Like, all you need to do is nominate him, and then we got 5 more great Matthew McConaughey performances.
Yeah.
Now that he's won, there's nothing left. Right? He has nothing
He's like,
to do.
I'm
He's
done.
going to make Ghosts of Girlfriends Past 2.
All right.
Stop it.
My Matthew McConaughey impression.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you. I still hate that guy.
My dad's up there eating gumbo, drinking a Bud Light or Miller Lite.
It's a Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't vote Gravity for anything here. I voted The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug for best visual effects from my heart. See what I mean by loser?
Fair enough. I mean,
like a loser?
It had good visual effects. I don't fault you for it, but
yeah, but whatever. Just whatever.
I think Iron Man 3 had better. I would have voted that one over Hobbit Smaug.
Hobbit Smaug?
Hobbit Smaug. Who's the announcer who said it? Said it like completely wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
Like not even the way they say it in the movie.
It's like Desolation of Smaug.
It was like Smarg, or I can't remember.
Yeah, it was crazy bad. But then the other guy who actually said Smog.
Smog, and I was like, yes.
You're the
Let's
first person
all
in
say it that
5
way,
years
please.
who said it that way. Thank you.
Peter Jackson was watching at home, just like stewing, just like it's not how it's said.
He has a brandy in his hand and just crushes the glass. It's not how Tolkien intended it. My jowls. Sorry, he doesn't have those anymore.
Yeah,
he's a thin
really
man.
skinny.
He looks very gaunt. I honestly, film editing, I thought Captain Phillips was going to win.
Really?
Yeah, because this was it's a weird connection that I made. This is voting from the heart as well.
Right.
I voted for Gravity in the actual ballot, but I thought Captain Phillips was going to win because Paul Greengrass's previous blockbuster hit, The Bourne Ultimatum, won 4 Academy Awards, including film editing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought they were gonna do the same thing with Captain Phillips. I thought that was the
Academy sees shaky cam and they think, oh, this is edited really well.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be the bone that they were gonna throw Captain Phillips. I thought they were gonna throw I really thought they were gonna throw American Hustle like a bone as well, like with production design or costume design or something, right?
Yeah, it does seem strange that Gatsby won over American Hustle
Seems
because it was
more than
such
strange.
Because Gatsby came out quite a while ago. Wasn't it
It was
March?
early summer or
I think it was like March.
and
it was early,
and it was critically panned.
Yeah.
As it should be. I mean, who wants to see that?
Scott Fitzgerald.
Doesn't work as a movie.
No.
If Francis
never
Ford
read it.
Coppola couldn't do it,
Who can? Not
why
Baz
do you think
Luhrmann.
Baz Luhrmann could do it?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not actually that great. I will go on record saying that.
I was glad Her took original screenplay.
Oh, yeah. Course. I don't think anything else was going to take that. I
would have been very upset if anything else did.
God, yeah, right?
But I felt like even watching the ceremony, the clips they showed of her seemed like the Academy almost like...
Didn't get it?
Thought it was silly.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was just thinking about it, I'm like, man, if I hadn't seen this movie and I was watching these clips, I'd be like, what the hell is this? Like, I know the premise. He falls in love with his OS. Whoop-de-doo. Sounds really dumb.
This doesn't seem like a movie that can shake me to my very core and
totally.
break me.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's just...
Well, and how about that clip
nature.
that they played for Sandra Bullock's Best Actress?
But she's just, like, pounding the
Yeah, there are so
dashboard.
many better clips of her in that movie.
No!
She's in that movie for like an hour alone, and that's the one they choose.
That's the one you went with?
Really? That's what you're going with? And, like... I'm not even going to get into the Meryl Streep thing.
Okay.
Just stop nominating her. Just stop. It needs to stop.
I think she would like die. Like, I think she needs it for sustenance.
Yeah?
Now.
I mean, like,
she's not a person anymore. She's
just nominations?
An awards machine.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that what happened to Jack Nicholson?
Yes. They stopped nominating him, so he just slowly faded into obscurity.
I noticed that. Was it the last time he was on the Academy Awards was with Crash, wasn't it? When he gave the Academy Award to Crash?
Oh, when he gave it I was like, he wasn't in Crash.
No, yeah, well, he was
when he presented,
and he thought it was going to be Brokeback Mountain,
right?
And everybody did,
yeah,
but it was Crash
for some reason. Because racism.
Yeah,
it's important.
Because racism. It trumps homosexuality.
It's true.
And homophobia.
Unless it's about AIDS.
Yes.
As long as it's about AIDS, but like not a lot of homosexuality.
Mountain, yeah.
Like, oh, this person has AIDS and he has a boyfriend, but they don't kiss. And
Brokeback Mountain had discrimination, but it was not racially motivated discrimination.
That's right.
There were white people beating up white people.
Yes. And
it didn't have AIDS.
And Crash told us that we're all secretly racist.
Sometimes.
Even non-whites, you guys.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
The movie had really good music.
That's the
only thing I liked about it.
It didn't.
Crash?
No, it didn't.
Oh, maybe it's been a while since I've seen it.
It had...
I honestly the part where he was trying to get her out of the fire car. I thought it was really good music.
Well, I think almost every scene with Matt Dillon is actually pretty good.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So you got me on that.
Yes! Got him.
I like Matt Dillon a lot.
Yeah.
He's kind of cool.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
As far as... This is something that I wanted to bring up. I haven't seen The Great Beauty. I'm talking about Best Foreign Film now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I haven't seen The Great Beauty, but there is no way it's better than The Hunt.
Fair enough.
No way.
I believe you. I have not seen any of the foreign film ones.
Good. You believe me. It's on Netflix. You can watch it.
The Hunt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
It's on the Netflix.
The Netflix.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Check it out. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And I think you'll join me in this one. I really wanted The Wind Rises.
I would have loved a Miyazaki upset.
Even though I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it,
yeah.
And I think I'm going to cry like a baby.
Yep, and it's his last film, and it would have been really nice for him to, he won for Spirited Away, and I think that's it, right?
Yep,
that's it. Was that the only time he was nominated as well, until now?
You're testing my encyclopedia of knowledge here.
I apologize.
I
put you on the spot.
I don't actually know. But I know he hasn't been nominated nearly as many times as he should have. I know Princess Mononoke wasn't nominated for anything, which is insane.
A travesty.
So... if that one wasn't nominated, which I think is his greatest movie, then I don't see how Spirited Away, Spirited
Away was lucky because it came out the year Pixar had nothing. 2002, 2001, something like that.
Was it when Cars came out?
It was either Cars or Monsters Incorporated, I think. Which I love Monsters Incorporated, but it wasn't, the Academy darling that most Pixar films are.
That's true. It has monsters in it.
Yeah, it's I think it was I think it was nominated. It was Monsters Inc., Shrek, and Spirited Away, and maybe something else were nominated.
You know, I bet it was Shrek too, because I know.
Oh, you know what?
Shrek
And that was
won.
that was the first year they had the animated category. I believe.
Oh, okay.
And that's why he wasn't nominated earlier for Princess Mononoke.
That's right.
That's right.
The animated category is a very new one,
Yeah.
which is nuts.
I know.
Like, I think it should have come in as soon as they nominated Beauty and the Beast for Best Picture.
Absolutely.
And that was, what, 93? 91?
93, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something
Early
like that.
90s, yeah.
And after that, definitely put animated features in its own category. Like,
Yeah.
they go down to 3 all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the problem with that?
No, nothing.
And they nominate the fucking Croods instead of Monsters University?
Right? Yeah, I
Are
didn't
you
understand
kidding
why.
me? Are you kidding me?
And Despicable Me Too. I mean, I haven't seen it, but if it's anything like the first one, it's just forgettable. It's fun but forgettable. And Monsters University, I thought was actually a very good movie. I mean, I put it on my top 5, even,
Yeah, you
even though I
did. Yeah.
didn't see a lot of movies at that point.
Yeah,
It would not be on there now, but
That's a very good point.
yeah.
Yeah. How about director? Got anything to say about that?
I know you you voted with your heart for Alfonso as well, but I still think Steve McQueen should have taken it.
I think they're making up for the travesty that was not even nominating him for Children of Men.
Children of Men. Fair enough, but I don't know. I understand that is the way the Academy works, but it really bugs me that happens. Like
It bugs
Scorsese winning for Departed, like
instead of 3 times before that.
exactly. Like it's a great movie, but it's not. It was not his best movie. It's not the movie he should have won for. You know what I mean?
It was Goodfellas, Raging Bull, and Taxi
Yes.
Driver.
Yeah,
Those 3
absolutely.
movies he should
Yep.
have won those. Yeah.
But so it's kind of annoying that Alfonso won for Gravity. I like Gravity. I don't have as big of a boner about it as most people seem to, but I didn't think it was anything amazing, and definitely like you said, Children of Men should have been his movie to win, because that's an amazing film. But 12 Years a Slave, it's a great movie, but it would have been really, in a lesser director's hands, it could have been really bad. Or not necessarily bad, but really just
Exploitive?
like Crash.
Yeah.
It could have been like Crash.
Yeah. Oh, good.
You know?
Yeah.
Steve McQueen really took that material and made it like an amazing piece of film.
Yeah. I guess I see where you're coming from there, but as technical virtuosity, as far as that goes, we all Gravity walked away with every single technical award for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? It was hands down the best made movie.
And I'm the kind of person that's less impressed by that stuff than I am by getting really great performances and really telling a really good story and that kind of stuff. So that could be why I could be biased on that end.
Oh yeah, that's true. And sometimes that's the way the Academy votes for director, is who gets the best performances out of their actors, who
Right.
gets who makes the best movie, right?
Yeah.
Which is why so often the best picture and the best director go hand in hand.
Hand in hand, yeah.
But this time they recognize technical virtuosity
Yeah.
above telling a good story and above great performances. And sometimes I really like that. And they did that last year with Life of Pi,
Right.
right?
That was 2 years ago?
Was that last?
Because last year was Argo.
Yeah, last year was Argo. Life of Pi won director.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Argo
Why can't
won.
I remember when?
And Argo won the.
Yeah, I knew Argo won best picture. I couldn't. Oh, right. Yeah, Ben Affleck directed that, so yeah. He didn't win.
Yeah, no,
He didn't win best director.
not at all.
He was very sad about that.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
yeah, but he's got an Academy Award now.
He's fine.
Yeah, he'll live.
He'll be just fine.
It'll go next to his other one, because he's got 2.
From 94.
Yeah, so
Only took him 10, 20 years.
most people don't get at all. So, how about that?
There you go.
Anywho, should we start wrapping this up?
I think so. Yes. That was a good ceremony. Not the best, but not the worst.
No, I think that still goes to Anne Hathaway and James Franco.
Yes, I agree overall, but at the same time, there's something about that hosting gig that I just loved.
Was it?
It's
how
a beautiful
awful it was?
disaster,
The car crash type thing.
Yeah, and I think it's also. I was talking to my friend Charles about this, but it's also just the fact that it seemed like to me James Franco didn't give a shit. because he knew the Academy Awards were such bullshit, like just Hollywood wanking each other off, that he was just like, I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna get really high and just like have the time of my life. And meanwhile, Anne Hathaway, bless her heart, is just like so eager and so like giddy about everything. And it's just that dynamic was just really funny to me, and I really enjoyed it. So I think they did do a bad job in looking at what you're supposed to do to host the Oscars.
Maybe I'll watch it again, and
I just go into it thinking with that mindset, clips. And it's really funny.
Yeah, like those. It's like an episode of The Office. It's designed to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But again, good show, but very predictable. I feel like now it almost always will be that way. I have trouble in the age we live in now with the internet being so prevalent and that kind of thing.
Is it that,
it's gonna be
or
tough.
is it just because we are getting older?
Maybe,
but
I feel like if you watched the ceremony back in the 90s, like you didn't have the internet to go research. You just knew the movies you knew, and then like, oh, I hope this one wins because it was my favorite. But there's no like, oh, all the rumors are pointing towards this movie winning, or all the previous awards have won this one's, therefore it'll probably be this one again.
My friend's fanzine thinks this movie's gonna win.
Exactly. So it
seems
seems like I do. Seems like it would have been a lot more. I do. Yes.
I don't.
Oh. What? Why bring it up then?
I'm younger than you. That's why.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for making me feel old again.
Nailed it.
Every day of my life, you do this to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have been a lot more exciting to watch it and have no idea who's gonna win, and you're just like you got the person you're rooting for, and then like when they win, it's like really satisfying. I don't know. This time, I was watching, I'm just like, before they even open the envelope, I'm like, Gravity, and sure enough, Gravity wins. I'm like, all right, great. Lack of too much predictability just made it a little less exciting. And I worry that will be the status quo for a while. But we'll see. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Have they announced who's hosting next year?
No, to my knowledge.
Okay. I don't think it's going to be Ellen again.
I don't think so either, but that would be fine with me.
Yeah, I was fine with it. It was good. I'd like to see Jon Stewart or Stephen Colbert back.
I would love Jon Stewart again.
I'd like to see Jon Stewart back. I'd like to see them give Stephen Colbert a try.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
What about Jimmy Fallon? Because it wouldn't surprise me if he was picked.
I'm sure
he's a darling right now.
I'm sure he'd do a great job.
Yeah.
He's a good host.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I know people get down on Jimmy Fallon because of his stints on SNL and the movies he's made.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think he was great on SNL. I don't think any of his movies are good, but he's a good late night host.
Yeah.
Which is really what the Oscars is. It's the ultimate late night show.
Yeah.
So, they got Johnny Carson to do it, right?
That's right, yeah.
Many times.
Yeah.
So, why not?
Yeah.
And Letterman.
Yeah, well, his was bad, though. I think he's notoriously the worst one of all time.
Oh,
that's
really?
What people say, yeah.
Letterman,
yeah.
Oh, weird.
He's the one who did that what was it? Uma Oprah? No, what was it? He started rattling off Uma Thurman and someone else. Can't remember. But he just said their names over and over, and nobody was laughing. And he just kept going.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
With that note,
let's wrap this up.
All right. We will be. You know what? Let's not say anything about it because let's just imagine that this episode takes place out of the Cinepals continuity.
Yes. Out of the world of the Cinepals.
All right. That's enough.
All right. Goodbye.
Apology to the bird.